I got into anime during my early teen years and I fell in love with Japan and the amazing animations that they were able to produce consistently with the exceptions of a few.
Brother, this guy stinks!
And as I got older, I became more interested in their culture, their architecture, and many other stuff. My other brothers both learned to speak other languages, so the idea wasn't too foreign to me. Plus, earlier this year, I had a lot of free time on my hands and I was honestly just looking to try something new. So I thought, why not just learn Japanese? And in this video, I'll be sharing some of the things I experienced during the past 6 months of me learning Japanese that made it easier or generally more interesting for me, and I hope you enjoy.
はじめまして。私はレマです。大学生です。日本語の学生です。よろしくお願いします。
Okay, so the first step to learning a second language on your own is finding a learning platform that you enjoy using. It doesn't have to be the most efficient. The most important part is that you enjoy using it and you don't mind coming back to it every day. And after you've found a learning platform that you enjoy using, I recommend that you trust it and you commit to it, because somewhere online, there is always somebody that thinks that your method is the worst way of learning a second language.
Is Duolingo effective? Well, that depends what you mean by effective.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
The second step is to immerse yourself in that language. Because I already consume a lot of Japanese content like anime or manga, I've been exposed to the joy of understanding something without needing to read the subtitles or seeing a word that I already know used in a different way. Immersing yourself in the language also makes it easier for you to track your growth in that language. And best of all, I now understand the sound effects used in manga. It's usually just katakana.
Gakia, Botsu, Gokian, Govon.
Are you serious?
Starting out learning languages on your own, it's not very likely that you have someone to practice with. So to make sure that we don't forget what we learn, it's a great idea for us to practice with ourselves. I recommend you get used to being the listener and speaker in all your conversations, no matter how specific the sentences may be. But at the end of the day, you're still alone, talking to yourself, and that's where step 4 comes in. Step 4 is to find someone to practice with. After you're done practicing scenarios and running through the basics, now is the perfect time to find someone who speaks the language or is at least learning the same language as you, so that they can help you with your pronunciation and overall mastery of the language. Personally, I have the social skills of a scarecrow, so this was pretty hard for me, but I got to work and stepped a little bit out of my comfort zone, and I was able to find 2 language learners.
Меня зовут Дональд, мне 19 лет, я из Нигерии. Сейчас я живу в России, я медицинский студент, и я люблю играть в баскетбол.
Hey, ich bin Peggy Anusike, ich bin aus Nürnberg, bin 20 Jahre alt und mache eine Ausbildung als zahnmedizinische Fachassistentin.
Ich bin die Nancy Novell, bin auch aus Nürnberg und bin 19 Jahre alt und bin gerade ausgelernte MFA.
Ich heiße Divina Yuko, ich bin 21 Jahre alt, ich studiere zurzeit Medizin und wohne in Frankfurt.
Honestly speaking, it's really hard to find someone that learns languages, let alone someone that learns the same language as you. However, if you get lucky and you end up finding either one of these 2 classes of people, then that's great. It's great if you find someone that learns the same language as you for obvious reasons, but it's also great if you find someone that doesn't learn the same language as you. And this is because although they might not be able to help you with your particular language, they will definitely be able to help you by teaching you the different methods that they used when they were learning, or the different methods that they are currently using while learning that are helping them. Plus, they can also motivate you and serve as beacons to make you feel like, yeah, it is actually possible. Plus, if you're going to go on this journey that I assume will take many years, isn't it always a great idea to have someone that you can relate to, whether or not they speak the same language as you? I think it is. Nowadays, I don't use the language learning app Busuu. It has some really nice community features that lets you interact with other native speakers in the language that you're trying to learn. And I find it really helpful for my pronunciation and overall use of the grammar and stuff. This is not an ad for Busuu, although I wouldn't really mind if they gave me some money. And step 5 is to share your milestones. Earlier on, it's always a good idea to keep your language learning passion to yourself. as discouraging words tend to be very effective during this period.
Boring! Shut up, nerd!
However, as you grow, it can be a really helpful thing to share your passion with your friends that you know will support you. Personally, I feel like I have the best friends to ever walk the surface of the earth. They're always there to celebrate me learning a new kanji, and they're always there to cheer me on the days when, I flop my lessons. However, if you feel your friends are not interested, then it's never a good idea to force your passions on them. Konnichiwa. Nani wo shimasu ka? Issho ni anime wo mimasen ka?
The fuck? Get out of here, man. What the fuck are you saying?
And step 6 is to become a student. Just like any other passion, skill, or class that you're trying to take, you're going to have to devote a decent amount of time and resources to learning a new language. Practicing will ensure that you don't forget and will help you get better over time. Plus, a lot of language learning resources out there are not free, and they are not cheap either. I'm looking at you, Busu. And in learning a language, it's also important to remind yourself that you are an alien learning something that is entirely new. This isn't another form of English, it's an entirely different language. And you can't understand it using your current language's logic unless the two languages are inherently similar from the get-go. Learning languages to me has felt like the cheapest way to travel. It has exposed me to a different array of cultures and taught me of an entirely new way to look at the world around me. And as time goes on, I only intend to see more and learn more of Japanese. And with the way the world is right now and how easy it is to get information, why then will I willingly deprive myself of such an amazing adventure? And I am really grateful and I really appreciate the fact that I have this way to share a part of that journey with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you when I see you. But till then, I have been Rema, and this is me flying out.
Generally, I think it's really fun learning languages.
The benefit of knowing two languages is that you can communicate with a variety of people.